Good morning, good morning, good morning, all of my great trade geniuses. Welcome to welcome back to Trade Genius Live. I am your host and the brand ambassador of the Edge Fund, the prop firm, Trend Genius. Good morning. We are in here on a Monday, first day of the New York session trading week. And let's get in here and see how everybody, actually, let's see who we got in the building. T. Pruitt. Lost twice. I've been clone, didn't take my base hit. Same here. Britt, good morning. Good morning. Felix Navarez, good morning. Joe Bro, morning. Soak, morning. Away from my only 312 consecutive away from my free teaching. Good, Mike, good morning. All sunshine, blue skies, absolutely. Serena, good morning. Mr. Cologne, pay some bills, huh? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, we had a business expense last night. Actually, could have even re-entered too. I looked at it and price came back to entry. Looked like it came back to entry. Did it come back to entry twice? Looked like it came back to entry twice, then lost again. And then looking at it now, like you could actually, if you were sleeping and you woke up, you could actually jump. You could actually took the re-entry. Hella Bands, good morning. Twyla, good morning. Good morning. Miss Bossy B, good morning. Kaz, Grand Risings. Mr. Cologne said, let's see what today will bring us. Absolutely. Pivot Point, good morning. My nail girl, good morning. Wally, good morning. Makita, good morning. Renee Baker, good morning. Mr. Courtney McGregor, good morning, my brother. How are y'all feeling? One word me in the chat. How are y'all feeling? And I'll let you know how I am feeling. But you got to tell me yours first. You sound better. Yeah. I'm feeling good, bro. I'm feeling good. You know, I'm a champion for the people, bro. You know what I mean? So, another thing too is when I tell somebody I'm gonna do something, I'm a man of my word. I'm the type of person where if I'm gonna do something and I tell you I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make it happen. But on the flip side of that, if there's something that I know I don't want to do or I'm not going to do or can't do, I'm going to be the first one to say, yo, I can't put that together for you. You know what I mean? I have no problem saying that. So, and it was just one of those things. But other than that, ain't no big deal. We move on. We keep pushing, right? Life goes on no matter what. But I'm good, honestly. Tony Mack, Grand Risings. Corbs, good morning. Felix said he's ready. Makita said bless. Ta, good morning. Serena said expecting. Oh, wait. I don't know how to take that, Serena. I'm gonna let you elaborate on it because I know you already know what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna let you elaborate. I'm gonna let you elaborate on that for me. And my shirt getting a little tight, y'all. I've been on that workout grind. I don't know. I ain't getting fat, so I don't know. But anyway, Corb said rested. Kai said ready. Courtney Gray said great. T. Pruitt, my brother, said blessed and grateful. Soak said patient today. Joe Bro said ready to go. Heaven, enjoy life. Good morning. Been watching your videos all weekend. You're truly one of a kind. I appreciate you, Tony Mack. That shout out to my grandparents. For real. Every time it always goes back to them, man. They the ones that raised me. Okay. Serena. Oh my goodness. Serena. I mean, hey, expecting, that's why I don't assume and I don't judge. So that's why I was like expecting, like, okay, but I know you will fix that. That's what's up. I love it. Said expecting a nice setup. That's super dope. Super Spaceman, good morning. Renee Baker, blessed and favored, highly favored. That's what's up. Benjamin said he's ready. Miss Bossy B said, feeling good with a star. That's what's up. Super Spaceman said, great. Okay. That's good stuff. So let me shoot out this one little, there we go. Let me drop that. Boom. Okay, cool. Right, Serena? I mean, hey, I saw the word and I'm like, that could mean a lot of things. So let me just ask. I'm not going to assume. And you let me know, expecting a nice setup. But when I first saw that, I was like, okay. And I was like, Prego, Ragu. Prego, Ragu, I don't know. But yeah, that's what's up. No, that's what's up, Serena, for real, for real. But that was funny. That was funny. I did when I read it, I was like, it stumped me. I was like, huh? All right, cool. That's what's up. Um, and actually, man, like I said, I'm feeling good. Um, Definitely, just ready to be here. Had a cool little session last night. Paid some bills. You know what I mean? Had a business expense last night. It is what it is. That's the way it works with that strat. But I was one and done on that one. Pretty big stop loss. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, we live to trade another day. That's what's up, Chris. Good day, everyone. Let's get it. That's right. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, we got 54 viewers. We got 14 likes. We just need 40 more likes. All I ask is that give me them free likes. It costs you nothing but a couple of clicks. And that's all that's real easy, real simple. Excuse me, and I will take care of the rest. Tutelli, good morning. Karai 357, Grand Rising. JR, good morning, good morning, good morning. JR, did you see the schedule finally came out? Well, schedule came out I think last week, but did you see the Paris game? Initially, they said the Paris game we were supposed to be playing Cleveland, but now I see on the Paris game we're playing the Steelers. So we have to see. But yeah, I don't know if you're still thinking about going, man. DM me. Let's see. Maybe we could put something together. That'd be super cool. Get out there to Paris and go watch our team beat up on the Steelers. Trey, good morning. Pen and notepad. That's what's up, my guy. Barbosa the Great. That's what's up. I was grounded again. Had to get myself a better mental space. I'm back and ready. That's what's up. I was wondering where you were, Twyla, because I hadn't seen you. It's funny, like I have, as I've been going through, you know what I mean? Like when I go through in the morning and I see everybody, I've gotten to the habit of like seeing certain people, and you're one of the people that I see. That I would always remember seeing. So I was like, maybe she took some time off, or, I know we all have lives outside of trading. So, but good to see you back. And it's sometimes good to step away. Nothing wrong with that at all. That is definitely an advantageous approach. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no one been the Steelers. Calm down now. Oh, cut that out, bro. Well then, since Mr. Denny, never mind. I was gonna say you wouldn't be able to do it. I forgot, wife and kids and stuff like that. It'd be difficult for you to get away, and then with your jobs and stuff like that. So, yeah. But Miss T and her 3, good morning. But I was about to say, well, Denny, then let's you and I go to the game together. You have your Steelers jersey on, I have my Saints jersey on. We're gonna get some tickets right next to each other, of course, right? Because you're my guy. And then we go out there, and then every time my team scores on you, I get to, I don't know, your face. And then when your team doesn't score, then I get to your face again. Let's do that. That'd be fun. Yeah, I seen that. We should definitely go. Aaron Rodgers is back. Oh, really? Okay. We'll love you to go to New Orleans for. Hey, yeah. You know what? Well, I'm a Saints season ticket holder, so I'll be in New Orleans for every game. Yeah. T. Pruitt. I was thinking about that too. So maybe when the Falcons play, man, maybe we can link. That'll be dope. Then he said, "Say less, boy. You can't go nowhere, man. You got the fam bam. I know you can't really dip like you want to. That's why I ain't really throw that out there like that. Like I get it. You have a lot going on, bro. But I mean, you manage it very well. Let me say that you manage it very well. But definitely a lot going on. Oh, Tony Mack, you're a Steelers fan. That's what's up. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. My second team that I like, if I was to root for someone and it wasn't the Saints, it would be the Steelers. Like I love the Steelers, and that's going from way, way back in the day. Seriously, I like the Steelers, and then it's black and gold too. And then my best friend, he's a Steelers fan, so we always support each other. But I liked the Steelers before we became best friends, so that's just what that is. But yeah, okay, we got a good handful of nice I want Christopher said I want to go too. That's what's up. You know what? It'd be dope if we all could put something together and go to a game together. That'd be dope. That'd be also good just for the for the trading community. Good morning, sis. All right, we got about 4.5 minutes before the market is open. We got 64 viewers, 34 likes. If we can get 29 more likes up, that would be amazing. Like I said, clicks are free. It don't take nothing. Just Q, good morning. D Young, good morning. PT 702, good morning. It's a Sunday evening session for a specific few. It's a members only, Shy. It's a members only. Yeah. So you would have to go to, actually, let me drop the link for you. I'll drop the link for you. I'll drop the link in the comment section. And then let's go here. And then if you want to join, or anyone else that wants to join for the overnight session, you're in there. So let's see here. Let's go here. Boom. Let's go. Boom. Where is my? So basically, look, because I want to get because I want to jump into news and stuff. Just go on the first page, and where it says join our member, it says our members. Just join, hit join. $8.99 a month, 45 cents a day. Can't beat it. And we're live streaming the overnight session Sunday through Thursday. So every day, about 30 minutes. Pittsburgh's fans are everywhere. Right. They travel well. Pittsburgh fans, Niners fans, Cowboy fans, they all travel well. Absolutely. Child box forming 924. Yeah, let's get in there. All right, y'all. So let's do this. Let me screen share so we can get our daily bias rocking and get everything going. All right, cool. So we need to be right. But that's what it'll look like. You'll go right here. You go right there to right here. And bam. That's what you would do. Shy. So let's do this. Do that. All right. Let's go here. News today, Monday. Nothing really going on. I think we expanded on this a little bit last night. But yeah, nothing going on today. Yellow folder. We have yellow folder 7 a.m. and 1. That's it. So let's jump to the charts. We have about a minute before the market opens. So I already have our lines drawn for our daily bias. 5 to 9, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Remember, this is last night's time, and 2 a.m. of course 2 a.m. this morning. And as you can already see, this would be Asia high right here. This would be Asia low. This would be London low, and this would be London high. So we know London took out Asia highs, but did not take out Asia lows. So we look for the market to be bullish. So let's go ahead and take this off our charts. Boom, 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 and boom. All right, what we got? Let's see here. Not really that much of a, let me go to the 1 minute. Oh, yeah. I might rock the breakout of, let's see here. Yeah, it probably would. Let me see here. Dang, I wasn't fast enough to get it. I didn't want to, okay. Dang, just that quick. So if this holds, if this fair value gap holds, well, nope, never mind. It's gone now. I was going to say if that fair value gap hold, I would have took the short, the DS short to this target right here. Yep, but it did not hold and it closed. So, but this was definitely a good area to take a breakout. Definitely. Not as clean of a chop box as we want, but I think clean enough to take that short. Absolutely. Absolutely. So with that stated, yeah, this is actually a nice little breakout trade. You can see all the consolidation starting to build up. And of course, if you did take this breakout trade, your entry would have been here. Your stop loss would have been right here. So pretty low risk, right? Very, very low risk. What we got? We got 3150 to 398. So 3150, actually 399.50, 51. So that was like 48 points. So what's that? 40, 160, 192 ticks. Not too bad. Oh, I know what just happened. Let's do this. I was doing this here. This is what I was getting ready to do. Just kind of just block this out. Nice little consolidation area. Y'all know when we see this, kind of be looking for that breakout, right? If you've been watching NQ for a while, you know NQ tends to do this. And if you, as I stated, if you were to take out this breakout trade, your entry would be right below this box and stop loss would be here. And there it is, not too bad. 100 and something ticks. If I took this, I would have targeted this daily level here and then just kind of went from there. But if we get a fair value gap, I would not mind taking a DS short. Absolutely. Yeah, it'd be a nice business expense on the football game for sure, for sure. Miss T and her 3. Check this out. I'm gonna switch screens real quick. It's right here. So go to my page, and then you'll see the join. It's right on the front page of my channel. Yep. So just go there because we're live now. So that's me. I don't know if y'all didn't know, but that's me. And right here where it says our members, just hit join, Miss T and her 3. Because I was about to grab the link, but I was like, I wanted to jump on and take care of the news and all of that stuff so we can at least catch the open and try to be on time. So boom, there it is. So we got 79 viewers. Anybody that's new to the channel, please subscribe, like, helps push the content out. Definitely, if you, we also have like a little overnight stream that we do. Well, not overnight, but we have a little, oh, there's that fair value gap. We have a little evening session stream that I started yesterday. So if you want to jump on with that, it's a members only stream. So you have to become a member for that. As I stated, it's just $8.99 a month. It's like 45 cents a day. Super simple. 45 cents a day to possibly make hundreds to thousands a day. There it is. You're welcome, Miss T and her 3. No problem. All right, there, that fair value gap closed up again. So with that stated, as long as the fair value gaps keep closing up, I have no entry on this particular strategy. So that is one of the things. I have the first thing, which is the market structure shift, right? It actually started at 629, which is cool. But the breakout trade from here actually wouldn't have been too bad. You could have took the breakout trade, targeted, I would have targeted something real modest, like possibly this FVG right here. And like took, trim my position and possibly left a runner. And then I'd have moved my stop loss just below entry. And I'd have left my stop loss there just in case if that, runner comes back to take me out, at least I still make a little bit of bread on the runner. That'll at least cover my fees. But yeah, so let's see here. Other than that, that's what I'm looking at the moment. Let me check the 15-minute. Let's see what we got. Okay. So we are pretty much online for a 15-minute banger. Here is the 615 candle. If this candle continues to stay bearish, then that would validate that trade. So we'll just kind of wait for that. We got about 10 minutes before this candle close. So we'll give it a little bit of time. Let's go back to 1 minute. That's what's up. I heard it, but I didn't see it. Interesting. Oh, I know why I didn't see it. I know why I didn't see it. Where are we? Because it's, let me unlock this. Okay, so bam. That's why I didn't see it. Where is it? I did not see it. I heard it. Whoever that was that just became a member, I just want to tell you thank you. I have this little widget that's supposed to pop up on stream, but it didn't. So, or at least I didn't see it. But nevertheless, shout out to you. Appreciate that. And shoot, let's get it. All right, cool. So, yeah, price is continuously just moving down. It's just actually just, yeah, I won't be able to get my strategy set up today. At least it definitely doesn't look that way. No fair value gaps after my market structure shift means I cannot enter that trade, and look, it's pretty much going to hit that daily level. And once that happens, the trade is invalidated. So thank you, NQ, for not making a fair value gap. You are amazing this morning. Nice. Hey guys, sorry for being late today. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Bodovan, you're good. Good morning, my guy. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. I hope everything is good with you. NQ be tripping sometimes, man. But this was definitely, I would definitely say, like, if anyone caught this breakout, this is definitely a good breakout trade. Even if you placed your entry like at 628, honestly, if you placed it like a little early, still, I think it's still a good trade. Because as we've been noticing, well, I've been noticing this for a long time, but as we've been noticing since we've been on stream together, when NQ does this, we usually get a pretty decent breakout trade, right? You know, even because think about it, if you took it here and you were at, let's say you set your order at 348.50, and let's say you just took it to this very strong level of 258, some nice little change right there. Yeah, let's do this. Let me get the ruler and see here. Let's go, what I say, 348, yep, there. And then we'll take it down to here. What's that, 90 points? 90 and a half points. So for, yeah, 300 and, is that right? For 36, yeah, 362 ticks. Yeah, 362 ticks. That's not a bad breakout trade and be done for the day quick. And it only took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10 minutes. 10 minutes, that'd have been a dope trade. You could even, like I said, trim your position here, trading micros, trim your position, and then let that one runner just run. But yeah, this trade will be invalidated. Thank you, NQ. You are so amazing. You are so amazing. Sometimes. Today you are infamous, NQ. All right, where are we at? All right, cool. So, is anybody in anything at the moment? Anybody in anything? I'm curious. Let me know. Is anybody in anything? Let's see here. Need to rock the red for the YouTube live Asia session. Cool, I can do that. The red for Asia, because it's, you know, Asia. Red is one of my favorite colors, but yeah, red is a very, very prominent color in Asian community. I believe it means good luck. Yeah, just waiting, for real. Yeah, I believe it means good. They have a lot of things in Asian culture that means good luck. So, say, hey, Twyla. Hey, you know what? I respect that, especially coming back. She's like, I'm sitting on my hands. She's like, I understand how this goes. Benjamin said, I'm sitting on my hands. That's what I'm talking about. I like when I hear y'all say that, because it lets me know that everything that we've been doing, all this mental muscle of stuff that we're putting in is definitely, you know what I'm saying, working. What we got? Vlogs by Kyle's Crim. Okay. Got you. Vlogs by Kyle's Crim. Got you. Sitting on my hands waiting for a buy. Oh, you waiting for it? Y'all waiting for a buy? Okay, gotcha. Am I seeing buys? You know what? A lot of times, for me, it's really just my strategy. You know what I'm saying? It's just whatever my strategy is doing. That's how I pretty much gauge my direction. But yeah. Oh, trade team. Oh, got you. You good. My nail girl, you good. Um, but yes, like I said, NQ, no, it's beef. NQ be acting up. How you have all these candles, NQ, with no fair value gap? Okay. Well, DS is now invalidated because price actually touched that daily level. Did it touch? Oh, wow, it did not touch. Technically, it is not invalidated. Y'all see that? It did not touch. Wow, NQ, wow. Serena. Can't make this stuff up. That's all I got to say. NQ is wow. You know what? It'd be nice if NQ went up here, played around, made a fair value gap, and then gave us that short. That would be nice. But that is too funny. Well, you know what? You know what it did, right? So I just want to show y'all what NQ did. NQ came down here, right? Didn't touch this daily, but it definitely wicked into this fair value gap right here. So it grabbed some orders and took off. Yep, which is one of the characteristics of what it does. I got some little volume coming in. I don't know where that's coming from. Oh, you know what? Let's check something. News. USD JPY edges towards 159. Okay, that don't do anything for us. 2 hours, 1 minute. U.S. proposed temporary waiver on Iran oil sanctions. U.S. has accepted the lifting of Iran's oil sanctions in its new text. A source close to negotiations team told Tasnin that unlike its previous text, the U.S. has accepted in the new text to waive Iran's oil sanctions during the whatever. Okay, let me see. That was 2 hours ago. I don't think that's impacting anything now, but hey, man. All right, NQ. Okay, let's see here what we got. I think a 15-minute banger. Let's see. Yep, couple more minutes, and we would have this trade. Maybe we can get a close and drawdown after this candle closes, and then we can place our entry and target 1-to-1. So we'll see. All right. There. Thanks, NQ. You give me a fair value gap after you invalidate the trade. Nice. NQ is so amazing, right? So amazing. It's so amazing. Waiting for the bounce it upside. I believe this is a sweep of the first 5-minute candle. Got you. NQ not meeting my expectations. Right, for real. Let's see what 945 gives. Yeah, very, very strong support here. Yeah, that, if y'all see, I have very strong level on my chart. Yep. 15-minute stop loss would be over 500 ticks. Goodness. All right, then, we got to take that on like 2 micros. Yeah, we got to err on the side of caution. Or I may take it on my big account. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not taking it on my 50K. That's right. I forgot. So I have a new rule, y'all. I do not take the 15-minute banger, 5-0, or if I decide to take Lazy's trade, I do not take that on my 50 or 25K accounts. No more. Those will only be for my 100 or 150K moving forward. Just something that I implemented as far as the 100K. But yeah, I'm not taking, like I said, those 3 strategies. I never did take the 5-0 on the 50K or 25K, but I have taken here, like a few times I've taken Lazy's call out, and I've taken it on my 50K, excuse me. And on the 15-minute banger, same thing, 50K as well. Not anymore. Those are all only 100K or 150K, but I actually have a 100K account just for those trades. So let's see what we get. So I'm just going to keep it on a 15-minute time frame and see, possibly, let's see here. Price may come, sweep this liquidity down here, because we do know there is a lot of sell side liquidity, right? Because we know at 6:30 p.m. last night, we know a bunch of buyers jumped in. We know that. We know that for a fact. So, okay, so there it is. So let's see if we can get a close and drawdown. 6:30, 5-minute. So over here, 6:40. Yep. See if we can get a close and drawdown. If we can get a close and drawdown on this 5-minute candle, hopefully this, like I said, this is a close and drawdown, meaning close above our entry because it's a sell. So if we can get that, that'll be amazing, and then that'll give us some confirmation on our entry. So we got about 4 minutes to wait for that. While that's rocking, let's go ahead and jump in, get some mental muscle rocking. And we'll just kind of go from there. So bam. And all right, rally hat. Rally hat is going on today. Rally hat is going on today. Rally hat. All right. Where's Empress at? Where's my island girl? Where is my island girl? Because if she was on, she would have said good morning. So I know she's not on right now. So, all right, cool. She said I'd be moving my hat around a whole bunch of times. So that's why I said, where is she? Are we looking for, are we longing or shorting today? Absolutely. Thank you, Felix. Appreciate that. So I'm just waiting for about 3 more minutes till that candle closes. If it closes, then I'm definitely going to place my entry. But right now, let's get to the mental muscle working, and let's go ahead and get to the question of the day. Question of the day today is, what is price likely hunting right now? Oh, it's actually really good for what's going on too. What is price most likely hunting right now? What is price most likely hunting right now? So let's talk about that. Move this up a little bit. All right, cool. So what do we know? What do we know about NQ and just the market in general, right? The market moves toward liquidity pools, right? And we know that huge liquidity pool down here, right? Huge, right? We know we know a lot of traders took buys. They're in longs, right? Some might be still holding, but we still know that there's some stop losses down here, correct? Because this could just be a pullback, what we saw. Let me screen share. So we know there's a lot of, as I stated, there's a lot of buyers jumped in here, right? So we know there's a lot of stop losses here. So we know it's a huge liquidity pool down here, right? So we know that. We understand that. With that stated, going back to the question of the day, what is price most likely hunting right now? Possibly, hunting this liquidity down here, the one that I just showed. So remember, market moves toward liquidity pools, right? Not randomly. That's where it moves. It moves toward liquidity pools. Why? Because liquidity pool means what? A pool of money, right? So a lot of times, well, most of the time, the reason why NQ particularly loves liquidity pools because it goes down there, gets all those stop losses, right? Stopping all those trades out. So what is it doing? It's grabbing money, right? And then it'll continue on in the direction that it wants to go, whether that's continue short, continue long, wherever it grabbed that liquidity pool from, right? So to understand that, we have to identify equal highs and equal lows, excuse me, in the prior session levels. That's just what we did, right? If you don't know the target, you're trading blind, right? You have to understand that. What level gets taken out first? That's something for us to think about. What is price most likely hunting right now? It's just a question for us to ask to try to get an idea of, what price is doing. And let's get back to the charts real quick because we're going to have that look like we may have that close and drawdown. And I'm going to place my entry. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to place it right. Wow. All right, so let me take this sell. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm glad I didn't do that. That was wrong chart. The wrong one. I didn't want to take it in that. Thank goodness. All right, we want to take that over here on my bigger account. All right, so I'm going to set my entry for this 15-minute banger. And entry is 166.50. 166.50. $166.50. My mouse acting stupid. Let me go ahead on. There we go. And that would be a sell. All right. So just to let y'all know, I'm gonna do it over here on demo because I can go ahead and close this out because I'm not doing anything with those accounts. So let's do this. Excuse me. I'm gonna set up my demo account, log into that. So we can take it on demo. All right, let's get into the demo account. And I'm going to place my order on demo on these accounts because, oops, I don't take these. This is stop loss is very, very huge. My 50K account cannot handle that. So take it on bigger accounts, something that makes a lot more sense. All right, what's going on? 166.50. All right, so bam. Wait. Closes. All right, so on micros is 166.50 would be the entry. Excuse me, on minis, because NQ, right? It's 166.50. Micros is 167.50. So let's see, 167.50. All right, boom. And boom. All right, so that's it. Well, let's see. Let's get my risk reward tool rocking. Let's do this. And this will be today, 18th. And this is at, we're going to call it, we'll call it 6:15. Yeah, we'll call it that. And then what is the entry? 167.50. And stop loss would be, what's the high here? High of this candle is 29,357. 29,357. And yeah, bam. All right, there it is. So everything's set. Let's see what price does. As I said, I'm taking it on my 100K accounts, but my 50Ks are shut down for the day. Won't be trading those at all today. So trade is set up. There it is. Once price taps me in, I will go ahead and place my stop loss, and take profit would be right here. This would be 1-to-1 at 28,978. That would be 1-to-1 on micros. 29,978. Yep. And boom, there's my buy limit. All right, cool. So everything is set. Let's see what we get. We're just going to let that rock, and we'll jump back to our question of the day. All right. So real simple. Oh, let's jump in here. My bias changed based on the current price action. More bearish now, hunting for 15-minute and 5-minute FVG below the open. If we get a FVG, this 5-minute could be the fake to the upside. Watching. Gotcha. Nice. All right. So we got 69 viewers, 56 likes. We just need to get 13 more likes, so we can get that up. Oh, excuse me, not even that. About 11. Yeah, 11 likes. 67, 56, 11 more likes, and we are good to go. Other than that, let's keep rocking, get our mental muscle working. So as we stated, the market, what is price most likely hunting right now, right? That'll be a question when we sit down. Like, all of these things are just things that, just, like I said, we always need to just run through our brain. You know what I mean? It's understanding the story, right? We're trying to understand the story meaning what the charts are showing us, right? Okay. So with that stated, we know that markets move toward liquidity pools, right? Now, price did come down here and hit this 15-minute FVG that was made. Let me go back and screen share. Price came down, hit from the 15-minute. We're speaking from the 15-minute now because we're talking about this particular strategy that we may take an entry on. So on the 15-minute time frame, you see is an FVG here that was created at 4:45 a.m. this morning. That is Pacific Standard Time. Of course, that would be 7:45 Eastern. So this fair value gap was created roughly almost a little over 2 hours ago. And price just tapped into it, grabbed those orders, and now it's pushing up. So we'll definitely have to see, what price is going to do. But I believe that is why we got that nice little strong bullish volume. Because remember, in these fair value gaps, that means that there's orders sitting here. And those orders have been sitting there for quite some time. 1 second, y'all. Let me plug in my laptop. All right, cool. There we go. Thank you, Simone. Simone became a member. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to you. So as my widget is working. I thought it wasn't, but the widget is working. So that's pretty cool. Just something that I added. I thought it would be real cool for, to shout out everybody that becomes a member, subscriber, send a super chat, anything you do. It's definitely going to engage you. And just also my way of showing appreciation and also to show the community who you are and what you have contributed. So let's see here. Jazz Rich, I like your name. I'm on Top Step. It says stop market sell. Is that the correct order type? Stop market sell. Stop market sell. Let me see something. Let me just make sure. They don't have a limit associated with that. It might be. You know what? Jazz Rich, I haven't. When I did sell limit, I was entered immediately. It might be a stop market sell because it should be. Yeah, see, that's the only thing I forgot about Top Step. I haven't traded Top Step in going on a year now. Yeah, going on about a year. If not, it's like 11 months. I believe that's what it is, Jazz Rich. I believe that's what it is. I believe that's what it is. Absolutely. Appreciate you. Simone 88908. That's what's up. Oh, I see the little So the members, it gives me my little, okay, I didn't even notice that. Nice, nice, nice. It identifies y'all. Duh, Trent. Duh. Duh. But that's dope though. That's super, super dope. Super dope. But Jazz Rich, you like Top Step? You like Top Step? Let me know if you like Top Step, Jazz Rich, and then let me know how many accounts you have. Something we got to have a talk. For shorts, if price is above entry, it should be a sell stop. For shorts, if price is above entry, that's correct. That's correct, Serena. And that was for you. Yeah, so stop market sell, that would be correct. But not market though. Not market. Because if you want to place your order, then it would have to be maybe a stop limit sell or a limit stop sell. Because a market order means you get in, that's why it's called market. You get in at market price, meaning whatever price is at that moment. That would be market price. Like right now, the market price is where price is, which is 29. I know it's constantly moving, but this 29 level here, that is, that's market price. Limit price is where you place it. Like for me, the limit price for me is 29,167.50, right? Because that's what my order is set. Market price is where price is moving. So I don't think it's stop market sell. Stop sell is right, but I believe that should be stop limit sell. But like I said, I haven't traded Top Step for so long that I don't remember. But yeah, but Jazz Rich, let me know you like Top Step, and if you do, how many accounts you have? I want to give you some game with Top Step, and also how long have you been trading on Top Step? Because that means you're trading on Top Step X. You're trading on TradingView, but through the Top Step dashboard, similar to how the edge funder works when you're trading on TradingView. So yeah, just let me know. I'm curious. Curious minds want to know. One and done on a short. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, Mike. That's for you, my guy. That's what's up. One and done. We ain't giving nothing back to the market. Maybe price will come and tap us in. And once it does, I will place my, there we go. All right, we are now tapped in. So let's do this. Let me go ahead and set my stop loss. Y'all know I'm in this on demo, but I'm in live on my other account. And that would be, what would that be? 356.25, 356.25. Let's get there. 356.25. All right, so that would be buy stop. All right. And let's see what we get. And let me set this up. So we are in, let me move this out the way. So we are in on demo, on micros, on my bigger account, we're in. Oh my goodness, are you serious? It did not even copy trade again? Come on, yo, this is getting ridiculous. Not again? Are you serious? Wow, unreal. Unreal. Man. You know what? I'm just about to exit this trade. I exit on my larger accounts. I don't know what's going on. Copy trader. It's ridiculous, man. La 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 la. Okay. Boy, boy, boy. Da 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 da. That's all I can say. Lee dee 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 dee. All right, so I just exited out. My copy trader was not doing anything. That it wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing. So I just went ahead and just exited out. And my mouse is acting stupid wacky. All right, so. All right. Okay, this is copying this time. There we go. All right, so I closed out and I re-entered. So there we go. Now the copy trader's working. I do not like doing that, but it is what it is. All right, cool. Let me set everything back up. All right, so stop loss once again is 356.25. All right, bam, and bam. All right, and then let me set this up. Oh, let's see here. Hey, good morning. Why don't you use TradeGheenyuz to copy trade? Oh, good morning, Miss Empress. TradeGheenyuz is horrible, literally. 505, here we come, for real, for real. 405, here we come, for real, bro. It's like, what the heck? I don't know what that thing be doing, man. I think it's crazy. Had to move the cell phone on the, had to move the cell, got you. Yeah, we all got tapped in. Tapped in, stock market sell was correct. Okay, cool. You're welcome. That was, shout out to Serena. Pull back to 1 minute Fiji, then down. Gotcha. So we're gonna see. Let me just set up my, my risk reward tool over here. And then we'll just kind of go from there and see what we got. All right, so that would be today is the 18th. He said 405, here we come. For real, man, it's crazy, bro. Oh man, it's too stupid. Sometimes you just gotta laugh to keep from crying. You know what I'm saying? But it's working now, but not when I wanted it to work. I could have took a nice little base hit and been done for the day. All right, so entry is 291. All right, and it's 29,110, 29110, and no, that's wrong. All right, so I guess price hit this fair value gap and shot north on us. Hey, we'll see. I feel like this 15-minute banger is gonna be playing around for a while. That's what I really truly think. I really truly believe it's gonna play around for a little bit. Price just seems very indecisive. Let me get to the 5-minute. Yeah, price seems very indecisive at the moment. Let me see here. Market open was here. Made a little bullish push. Yeah. This what is it? This 358, excuse me, 29,258 level. The reason why I haven't marked here, just if you've been noticing prices, this is a very strong level. Price has been just hanging around this level like crazy. And as y'all see, with this huge stop loss, if I had took this trade live on my 50Ks, I would have probably went in with like 2 micros just to be safe, because as you can see, even with 5 micros, look at where price is not even halfway. I'm not even halfway in drawdown between the entry and my stop loss, and it's already at $500, right? So just imagine this stop loss is very, 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 very huge. As Serena stated, I'm talking huge. So if you did take it on micros, 1 to 2 micros, that would be more ideal. Of course, I'm in on demo, so that's why it's 5. But had I taken it live, I would have been on 2, just because I want to make sure that I'm not over leveraging, and I'm actually, exercising proper risk management. What we got? Morning, Kiara. Sitting on my hands all week. Okay, I heard that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with sitting on your hands and watching. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Let's see here. Let me fix this up. This thing is off. It's all the way off. All right, so what is that? Entry, got it. And then stop loss is what I got. 2, 3, 5, 2, 9, 3, 5, 6. All right, cool. So this is set up now, so I can leave it alone. There we go. All right. So let that rock. Let that rock. Let all that rock. What we got? YM broke lower than high, went into on a buy on NQ and made daily target on a buy. Nice. Nice. I'm going to be disciplined no matter what. Hey, being disciplined is taking a position. Amen to that. So let's get back to our question of the day. We're going to let that rock. If y'all have any questions about anything, please make sure you hit me off in the comment section so I can get that question answered for you. So just to kind of go over this one more time, and then we'll move on to tip of the day. Asking ourselves, what is price most likely hunting right now, will definitely give us an idea or an understanding of what the, how would I say, what the picture is showing us, right? The picture meaning, the chart, meaning price action, meaning the market at the moment. So something that we always just want to, keep in mind. We always want to look to see where price is going, right? So what is price hunting right now? What's price trying to do? Of course, we're not predicting, because we can't predict anything. We're just trying to get a, how would I say, get an idea based on what we see. It's not what we think, it's based on what we see. Now, we're never married to that, because of course that can change at any moment. So with that stated, what the things that we want to identify when we're asking ourselves this question is, like I said, equal highs, equal lows, prior session levels. And keep in mind, like if we don't know the target, then we're trading blind, right? And there it is. Look like The more money I lose, the more I understand. Hey, that's, you know what? Unfortunately, trading is probably the only thing in life that you have to lose money before you make money. Unfortunately, that is the thing about the trading world. So with that stated, the other question we want to ask ourselves is like, what levels possibly can be taken out first? Will it be equal highs and lows? Will it be, the prior session levels, which in the prior session levels, they will be equal lows, right? They will be lows and highs in the prior session level. So, but yeah, so those are some of the things that we want to think about. We just want to make sure that we understand what NQ could, or what price could be actually targeting, so we're not trading blind. That's all. We want to have as much information in front of us as possible, right? And it's not from a prediction perspective, just to give us an idea of what price is doing, so we have a better idea on what? On how to take a position, whether that our position is going to be a sell, or whether our position is going to be a buy, or whether our position is going to be to sit on our hands, because sitting on our hands is taking a position. Period. Period, period, period. Type is heading up for that 15-minute FEG at 308. Oh, up here? Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. I see it. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. And that was our question of the day. If you have any questions about that, something you want to talk about, let's, let's hit me up. Hit me in the comment section now. Let me know what's going on. And we'll jump in a tip of the day in just a sec. Let's go and jump to the charts. Serena was talking about this FVG right here. You might can't see it because of my risk reward tool. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and just make one where it's at. Serena's talking about this when she stated that price is heading for the FVG at 308, and that's definitely a possibility. And this is the FVG right there. 308. Yep, right there. So what Serena was stating is that possibly price is going to come up, hit this fair value gap, and then can possibly continue on. So it could be possibly hunting this. That is very, very true, because one of the characteristics of NQ, we know NQ loves fair value gaps. NQ loves liquidity, which is from, prior session levels, equal high or low. You know what I mean? So just something that we keep in mind. But we're in the trade. We're going to let it rock. And that's it. We don't sit there and watch our trades. We let our trades do their thing, and then we move on from there. Right? All right. So let's get back into tip of the day. Let's see here. So 15 minutes. So 15 minutes mental strength, Miss Bossy B. That's funny. What you say, Miss Impress? She said price is always hunting liquidity. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. This 5-minute must close green for us to move up. Well, we don't want it to move up, Pete. We want it to move down, sir. So, all right. So we're going to get into tip of the day. So tip of the day today is, if your trade needs perfect conditions, it's not robust. If your trade needs perfect conditions, it's not robust. All right. So just remember, simplicity scales, right? Simplicity scales, right? Think about it. Any over optimization can kill consistency, right? Think about that, because good setups work in normal conditions. Your trade doesn't need to be in a perfect condition. It needs to be in a normal condition. Like your trade strategy should work in normal conditions. Period. What would you rather have, an over-filtered setup or a simple setup? Just think about that. What would you rather have? Over-filtered or a simple setup? So y'all one word me in the chat. Simple or over-fitted? We'll say it that way. Or over-filtered. Either one. What would you guys like to have? A simple setup or an over-filtered one? Me personally, I would like a simple setup. Trading makes my eye twitch so hard. Must work on this. That's your emotions, but that's okay.
Order canceled
All right. Nice. That's so weird. Like I said, yeah, I don't know what that's about. That thing is weird, yo. My copy trader be on some other stuff. It be saying stuff, connection loss, order cancel. I'm still in my trade. Like, I don't know, yo. Simple, 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 simple me, please, right? For real. Tapped out. I'll be back later for Asia session. Okay, cool. That's what's up. See you later, Felix. Have a good day. Have a good day, my guy. Kiara says simple. That's what's up. Same here. We got 61 folks. Come on, y'all. Simple or over filtered. Like engage. It's gonna help your mental muscle. It ain't helping me. It's helping you. That's why I ask these. That's why I ask you guys to state these things in the comment section, because it's going to help you with your psychology. It's going to help you with your learning. You know what I'm saying? Simple, simple, simple. Simple setup always. Absolutely. Because think about this. When we remember something, this is one of the reasons why I like to use a written journal and not a digital journal. Or let me say it this way. This is one of the reasons why I do not like digital journals. I do not like digital journals because when you're writing it down, anytime that we write something down, it allows us to retain that information much quicker. That's why I like to write in my journal, because I'm actually seeing what I'm writing, and I'm also thinking of what I'm going to write before I write it, right? That's how our body works, right? When we write something, we don't have to say, okay, what am I going to write now? No, we start writing, but the mental command from our brain to our hand is very quick, right? So the physical ones are way much better. It's a game changer, I'm telling you. And we do that because it helps retain the information more. So think about it. If you're constantly writing in your journal and writing in your journal, imagine when you have 6 months of writing in your journal, right? That's 180. That's like, well, not 180 because there's 20 trading days in a month, but 26. So that's 120 days of, excuse me. What am I talking about? 6. Yeah, that's 120 days of you writing in your journal. That's 120 days of your mind and your mentality watching what you write, right? So that is going to help you understand what's going on. Even days when you're writing, I wasn't patient, or whatever it is that you did that may have not been the most advantageous thing for that trade. You know what I'm saying? You're writing it down, so it's going to help you remember, right? And even if you don't remember, nonetheless, it's at least planting the seed, right? So when you go back on Saturday to read all of your journal entries from that prior week, right? Think about how much more repetitive that's going to be for your mental muscle, right? Think about that. It makes your psychology and it makes your mentality grab onto that information much more quickly, as well as retaining it, and also to comprehension, to help understand what's going on. All that's going to do is make you a better trader. That's one thing that I've adapted in my trading game a long time ago. Probably the first few months, I'm new. I'm not knowing anything. So I'm trying to get everything that I can so I can set myself up for to be in the best position. When I say everything I can, meaning like, my journal, I got to have my subscription for my trading view. I got to have my data, this, that, this, FX replay, yada, 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 yada. Right? So once I got through that, about 2 or 3 months of that, I realized, like, you know what? I don't want a digital journal. I want to write it down. And I started writing it down. And like I said, that has totally changed and enhanced my trading game, especially from that perspective, right? It's helping me understand what I'm doing or not doing when it comes to my journal. And in my journal, I write everything. And actually, too, I am working on a members only video. It'll be members only for the first week. So what I'm gonna start doing on a lot of the videos, all the videos are gonna be I ain't gonna say all of them, but The videos will be, everyone will be able to watch the videos, members or not. But the Genius Vault members will get to watch the videos first. So you guys will get them for the first week that they're up. They'll be members only. After that, then they'll fall to public. You know what I'm saying? So just to keep that in mind. But I'm working on a video talking about journaling. And I'm gonna give you guys everything in that, like what your journal should look like, what should be in your journal, what you want your journal, what you want it, basically what you want it to say to you at the end of the week, because that's what we're doing this for. Yes, we're definitely writing in our journal every day to keep account of what's going on daily. So we have that data, right? That daily data, right? Every trade we take is written down. But also too, it's also to help us moving forward if and when on the days that, and I say if and when, on the days that trade goes against us, we may FOMO in, we may break some rules, we may not follow our setup correctly, whatever the case is. It helps identify those things and allows you to pinpoint those areas where you need to work on. That's why the written journal is so much more, how would I say, it's really better. I mean, someone will be like, well, it's easier for me to, put it in my digital journal. Yeah, easier, but is it better? That's the question you have to ask yourself. And I can tell you, you can even go look it up. Writing things down for our mentality is 1,000 times better than putting it somewhere digitally. Plus, that's the other thing too. I'm gonna tell you the other reason why I like my digital journal. So think about this. When it comes to trading, we have to be in front of our devices for everything that we do in trading, right? Everything. Back testing, charting. It don't matter what it is that we're doing with our trading game. We have to be in front of some sort of device. What makes me really, truly love the written journal also is because it gives me an opportunity to unplug. I can take my journal book. One sec. My other book just fell. This is my journal book right here. So it's my journal book. Now, what I like about it is I can unplug. I don't have to be in front of, because think about it, if you have a digital journal, then you have to go onto that website, right? And you have to, wherever your digital journal is, and you got to go read it. That keeps you on the screen, right? Also too, digital journals cost monthly. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mind paying for whatever it is I have to pay for. I can afford a digital journal, but that doesn't mean I need to have one. I want to do what's gonna put me in the best position to win. And a written journal is what's put me in the best position to win. So exactly this right here. See, that's why I call her my island girl, because we already locked in. This part right here. She take my journal and go to the beach. That part. That's what's so powerful about a written journal for me. Because for one, it gives me the opportunity to unplug and take my journal into a different space, a different place, right? So this way, I can go sit on my back patio. I can, take it anywhere. I could maybe before I go to bed on Saturday night, I want to just sit in my bed and just read my journal and read what I did for the week. To me, that's much, much better. Much, much, much better. Because like I said, it gives me the opportunity to unplug as well as take my journal into a place that's, think about the beach, right? Very, very relaxing place, right? Very, very relaxing place. So with that stated, I definitely love the written journal because I can, how would I say, think about it. Taking your journal to like the beach or taking it to wherever your safe place is. Maybe you have an area in your house that you read, or wherever it is, wherever that your little, your little sanctuary is, right? Reading your journal in that area man, it does all kind of stuff for your psyche. That's the part that people don't even catch. They just think they want to put everything online because what? It's easy. I'm not looking for easy. I'm trying to hone my financial skill. I'm trying to get rich off trading. I'm going to get rich off trading. And when I say trying because all of the implementation of things that we're doing. But the end result is to what? Totally supplement. I ain't gonna say supplement, totally make trading full time, even though trading has been full time for me 2 years, but I'm just speaking generally for everyone, right? That is the ultimate goal. So having this, you know what I mean, just makes it amazing. I mean, you can go to the park, nice day, sit up under a shade tree, maybe, you know, pack you a cool little lunch. This stuff that I do. Like realistically, I go to the park a lot. I'm not saying I bring my journal every time, but I'm just giving you an idea. Like you can bring your journal, go to the park, you know what I'm saying? Pack you a cool little lunch, sit there, read your journal, lock in, you know what I mean? Maybe there's some things that you catch in your journal where you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna make sure I work on that next week, right? You know what I mean? But when your journal is on a device, yeah, you can be like, well, I can take my phone to the park. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's cool. Me, I want to unplug. I don't always want to be plugged into devices all the time. It's good to unplug. Period. It's healthy. It's healthy. And absolutely. Absolutely. Paper helps for sure. Writing things down helps. For real, for real. I walk with my journal mostly everywhere because sometimes I'll be somewhere and a trading reflection or something will click for me about trading, so I just write it down. See? Now someone will say, well, I just go into my journal, but still, I mean, like I could just go into my digital journal and do that, right? But it's still not the same. You don't get the same effect as if you had a written journal. So just do that. Remember, we don't want nothing easy, right? We're here to enhance our financial skill and put ourselves position ourselves and put ourselves on a path of financial freedom. So nothing is going to be easy. Once we get there, that's when things will get easier. But nothing is going to be easy. And if it's something that's easy, think twice before grabbing that. That's all I can tell you. And that's wisdom from my grandparents, because they always told me that. My grandfather always told me, shortcuts get you cut short. For real. Like shortcuts get you cut short. Ain't no shortcut. But he would always tell me that there is more than one way around the corner. So he let me know that, hey, grind it out, but also too, it's a possibility you may have to pivot, right? You may have to make another choice. So understand if something's not working right here, there's another way to get it done. So just keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Do everything you can to enhance your trading game. That's the whole idea of where this is about. We are all in that same place. I don't care if I'm at 2 years and you're at 2 months. Yeah, I have more experience than you. Yes, I've been trading more than you. But if you think about it, we're still all in the same place. Meaning, meaning that we're still working on honing our financial skill, and we are still working on making this, how would I say, feasible enough for us to be able to, pay bills and pretty much take care of our family and do everything that we need off trading. Once we get to that point, we have definitely welcomed in financial freedom. Because what does that mean? As long as we have an internet and a device, we can trade. We can go anywhere in the world. You can travel all you want. Think about it. You're a mom, your husband, your wife, you have a family, you killing it off of trading. That means what? You can go on family vacation, right? Your children out there playing. Guess what you're doing? You can still be trading. You still making bread on your vacation. Think about that. That is the power of trading. Think about it. Every day can be a vacation. And a vacation doesn't mean you don't do nothing, because you don't work anyway. You have your own. Trading is your business. You don't work for no one. You don't punch no clocks no more. Now that's I can tell you that's a great feeling to know, like, I don't need no employer. I don't need nobody to feed me. I'm feeding myself. I don't need your benefits. I got my own benefits. Straight up, I got my own benefits. Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. You know where all of these come from? You know where I get these? What does that say? UCLA Health. That's my insurance provider. That's what I have. That's where I get these from. I got tons of them, and I get them for free. And it's not even about the free. I don't care if I have to pay. My point is that I have a dope book in here. And what I love about it is, what was so cool when I first saw it, I was like, wait a minute. They got like the date on here? And it's like, yeah. The lady's like, yeah, it's a journal. I'm like, oh yeah. You got a couple more? She's laughed. She gave me like 3, 4 of them, right? Now, every time I go for anything, like y'all know, I've been dealing with the surgeries with my feet, right? So when I was going there, I was like, hey, can I get another book? And I got about 11 of these right now, for real. And every time I go, like I have my annual physical coming up in June. Guess what? I'm gonna grab a couple more. But the point is that having these journals are amazing. Period. Like, they are amazing. Like, best thing going. I would never have a digital journal. Never, ever, ever. No need. For what? Why? What's the point? Makes no sense. I don't need no digital journal. Digital journal ain't doing nothing for me. You know what I mean? I want to write it down. I want to have that understanding. I want to be able to, look at my trades, or even as my island girl said, what'd she say? She said something could just be in her head and be like, oh, let me write it down. Because think about it. When I'm sure you guys are experiencing this, right? Depending on how new you are to trading. If you've been in trading for a few months, I'm sure you guys noticed this. Everything becomes trading. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I'll be looking at buildings, and I'm telling y'all, I'll be seeing candle formations. Crazy, right? I'm serious. Like, I be seeing candle formation. I don't even be trying. Like, it's not like I look at it's not like I look at buildings and be like, let me see if I can see a candles in there. You know what I mean? Like, I look at stuff and I just see all kind of stuff. Literally, I see all kind of stuff. And it's all trading related. So when you get to that point, it's like everything, your whole life is trading. So, there it is. But my point is, write it down. Write it down, write it down, write it down. Write it down. I'm telling you, it's one of the most advantageous things you can do for your trading game. Write it down. Seriously, best thing I can do. Best advice I can give you. And it's the best thing that we can do. Literally, for that aspect of our trading, when it comes to journaling, write it down. Just write it down. Clear. That was true trust in the setup. Absolutely. You got to trust the setup. Seeing double tops on the street, right? Right, Britt? That, for real. Like, seriously. When you start seeing those things, you know what's so funny? Let's take a step back. When I did my first one-on-one with my big brother, well, and not at that point, but now my big brother, coach and mentor, when I did my first one-on-one with him, and he was telling me, like, just giving me, because I was asking a ton of questions. I was like borderline interrogating him. For real. I ain't gonna lie. I had a ton of questions, but hey, it is what it is, right? I am determined, or at that point, I was determined to get to where I needed to be, period. You know what I'm saying? So with that stated, oh shoot, I'm way over. All right, let me get out. All right, I had to exit my, all right, so both TPs hit. Let's go to screen share. So TP hit, that was, what was my P&L on that? P&L on that was, let's go here, orders. Let me raise this up. So working. Oh, let me just X this out. All right. And let's see here. Account summary. That was 1883. Let me see. Y'all can't see that. Let me move myself out of the way there. All right. So 1883. Off that demo trade. In my demo on my live accounts, I hit what? 35, 65 in 5 accounts. Not too bad, right? Not too bad at all. That was 100. That was I took that on my 100Ks and I ran one mini. And y'all know I don't even trade minis. I don't. But on my bigger accounts, like I said, it's something that I've been changing. Now, on my smaller accounts, I'm still going to stay micros. But I'm actually testing something right now. Now, the 5-0 is, I always take the 5-0 on a mini because I like to take I like to take the trade the way it goes. I have taken it on micros before, like when we first was playing with it. But the 5-0 was something, as I stated, we were trading that strategy way before the community had got the strat. We have been trading it. We have been forward testing it for like 8 months, literally, maybe close to 10. Don't quote me on that. Jay Royal probably know better than me. But yeah, so me always telling y'all about micros is because my micro trades are pretty much what I do on a daily basis, right? Now, I know the 5-0 is every day, but I'm saying the 5-0 it's a strategy that it's much different than any other strategy that I trade, and really much different than any other strategy that any of us trade. Because think about the 5-0 is what? Yeah, 16K. Absolutely. No cap. 35, 65, and 5 accounts. I have 5 100Ks. Y'all know I max out on all my, I don't buy what I've said this before, whatever prop firm I decide to do business with, whatever the max is, I'm buying the max. That's how I rock. I'm not going to copy trade. I'm not going to go to a prop firm and buy one account. I'm just not going to do that. There is no power in one account. Once you understand that, when you're first starting, trust me, get the one account, build up. But I'm saying, when you get to where I am, when you get to 2 years of trading, when you get to a year of trading, when you get your trading, game up under you, meaning like you understand everything that's going on, if you can afford it, max out on the contracts. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the amount of profit you make. The power is in the amount of accounts you had. Even if I only made $200 on that trade, I still would have made $1,000 today off of a $200 trade. So think about it. Off of a $3,500 trade, I made a little over 16 bands, right? I made actually 15, 16, 17, 5. Actually made a little over 18,000. Yep. Actually, thanks, Bodovan. Like a little over 18,000, like 18 and change. Yep. So the power is in the amount of accounts. That's why I max out. So just to say that, like, that is why I max out on my accounts. That's just what I believe in. So now, going back to what we were talking about as far as, well, hold on for a sec. All of us made some bread today. Everyone that took that trade, I'm glad we all made some bread right now. Oh, thanks, Serena. I appreciate you. Yeah, 1-to-1 on 2 micros. Nice. That's still bread. But see, let me say this. If I was trading my 50Ks, this is what I would have done. Right here, 1 to 2 micros. Stop loss is way, 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 way too big for anything more than that. So, but as I told y'all, I'm trying something different. gonna say it one more time, and then we're gonna jump off and go back into what I was gonna start discussing. But if I decide to take lazy strategy, right? If I decide to take his call out, if I decide to take when I take the 15-minute banger, when I take the 5-0, if you notice those, and this is mainly for inner circle members because y'all know lazy's trades have huge stop losses. And I'm not saying that meaning that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. That's his strategy. That's his style. That's how he trades. Now, how can you implement yourself into that strategy and still keep it safe? Leverage, right? Because the risk is going to be the risk, right? If you're following his call out, right? So that means leverage. So same thing with this trade. And that's what Serena did. Serena did what? She exercised not only risk management, but making sure that she leveraged herself properly in that trade. 2 micros, real easy. Guess what? That was a $1 tick value. Think about it. 100 ticks, $100. 200 ticks, $200. At the end of the day, a 50K account, even a 25K account can handle a $200 loss. Can handle that with no problem. And guess what? You live to trade another day. So when it comes to 15-minute banger, when it comes to 5-0, when it comes to lazy's trades, I will be taking those on minis, but also in my larger account. I'm trying something different. Now, DS, chop box, A+, those will all be 50K. Those will all be, those are going to definitely be on my 50 and 25Ks. And those are, my normal 5 micros. Now, someone asked me, well, why would you take minis on those? Because 1, my account can handle it. Those large accounts can handle it. And at the end of the day, I truly believe it's a great way of, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to shift a little bit. It doesn't mean that I'm going to trade minis and everything, but I want to see how it goes trading those 3 particular strategies, using minis and using the larger accounts. The 5 is something that I've always done, but lazies and 15-minute banger, that's where I change. So I have categorized those 3 trades into 1 box. 1 box meaning those strategies are taking on strategies are taking on larger accounts with 1 mini. I'm never going to go more than 1 mini. Now, if I feel that I want to take some partial along the way, maybe I'll do like 8 micros or something like that, or even 10 micros. And then, along the way, bank 3 contracts, let 7 more run, bank another 3 contracts, let 4 run, something like that. That's something I'm going to play with. But I'm just throwing that out there to y'all so y'all can, get an understanding of an idea and also another strategy on how to take some profits and that kind of thing. When I joined the inner circle, I knew I was on a winning team, but trading with you specifically feels so good for my nervous system. I'm so grateful. That's what's up, Jazz Rich. I appreciate that. Dope. All right. I keep hitting SL, I think because I only have 225,000 accounts since I am new. Do you have any recommendations for me? Yes. See, that's why I need real if I feel you. I feel you. I know where you at, Britt. I got you. It's just, let me just say this. That what I need to tell you is so long that's why I was like, what I told you. So I know I saw what you said. Like, trust me, I got you. But going back to what you said, Regina, okay. First thing I'm going to say is, what strategy are you using, Regina? And your stop loss should be based on your strategy structure. Meaning like this trade, right? We'll use a 15-minute banger as an example. Okay. So with this particular strategy, I know my entry is always going to be at the close of the 15-minute candle, whatever the close is. And I know my stop loss is going to be at the high of that candle if I'm taking a sell. And If I'm taking a buy, if the 15-minute banger is a buy, then my stop loss will be at the low. That I already know. That's the structure right there. So if you notice, Regina, that is why Serena took the trade with 2 micros, because, and even before the trade was even valid, I mean, even before we even entered the trade, if you remember, she stated like, it's going to be a huge stop loss. It's easy to tell. Look how big the candle is. And if you just hover your mouse over it and you look at the high of that candle is 357. The low is 167.50, right? That's almost 200 points. Almost. It's like 190 points times 4, right? So what's that? That's 758 ticks. That's very extensive. Very, very, very extensive. So because of 758 tick stop loss, you know what I mean? Like, we have to definitely err on the side of caution. So she was like, I'm gonna take 2 micros. Now, what I'm stating to you is our stop losses are based on structure. So how would you understand that? You would have to, first identify and understand the strategy you're trading, right? So when you understand the strategy that you're trading, then you know where your stop loss and your entry is going to be, right? And then at that point, you can start doing your math and be like, yo, it's a 758 tick stop loss. Definitely ain't taking that with no 5 micros on a 25K account. On a 25K account, I would recommend only 1 micro. Because if that trade goes against you, it's going, 1 micro is only a 50-cent tick value. So that means that with a 758 tick stop loss, if that trade went against you, that would be what? 350, because 29 and 29 is 58, and 350 and 350 is 700. So that'll be a $379 loss, right? Or not a $370 roughly non-profitable trade, right? Your account can handle that. Your 25K account can handle that. And then guess what? Then you live to trade another day. And also too, because your stop loss is based on structure, you've given yourself enough room. You're giving that trade enough room to breathe, right? The trade has to have room to be able to pull back and do the things that it does. That's why stop losses need to be implemented and based on structure. I'm telling you, I can't say some S words with these trades in my mouth. I feel like I have a speech impediment. For real. And no disrespect to anyone that does. I'm just saying what I feel like. But anyway, so just keep that in mind, Regina. So I would say go back, understand the strategy you're trading. If you're trading this strategy with us, your stop loss should be exactly where ours is. The only difference for you is leverage, or the only difference for anyone else taking this trade would be leverage. If you're on a 25K account, man, on something like this, you rock 1 micro. 50K account, 2 micros. 3 pushing it. 3 is really pushing it. 2 micros is safe. We always want to do what's safe. We don't want to think about profits. Remember, we're not profit-driven traders. If we're placing stop losses or implementing leverage based on the amount of money that we want to make, I can tell you right now, you are destined for failure. And I hate to say that, but you are destined for failure. Literally, your stop loss and your take profits should not be based. Well, let me say this. Your stop loss should not be based upon, it should be only based upon structure, right? And also understanding how much leverage that you need to implement. With a 25K account, you have either $1,200 to $1,500 in drawdown, depending on the prop firm. So think about that. Even with a $300 stop loss, it's pretty extensive because 3 times 4 is $1,200, or 3 times 5 is $1,500. So with $300 stop losses on a 25K account, you really only have 4 trades 4 to 5 trades that go against you, and you could possibly blow that account if you have not had any profitable trading days. So just keep that in mind. And once again, that is also being what? A process-driven trader, not a profit-driven trader, a process-driven trader. That is what you always want to be. We ain't worrying about no profits. Worrying about profits and trying to do everything based off trying to make some profit is not a good habit. Now, let me say this. The profits only matter, really truly only matter in the implementation of your trade if you have a consistency rule that you need to make sure you're not breaching. Now, that's different because once again, that is still a process-driven decision because you're understanding, yo, in this account, I can only make this, right? Daily, whatever it is, 300, 600, 12, whatever that is. So in that case, you would make sure that you are placing your TP at an area that is going to keep you under the consistency rule and not breach it. And you can do that very easily. It's really easy how to do that. Every time you put in your contracts, it gives you a tick value right here. And then you can do the math. Real simple. 5, look, it was $2.50, right? I put 4, $2. 3, $1.50. 2, $1, right? Look at how that keeps changing. Every time you add contracts, take away, this changes. This is your tick value. So you can pretty much do the math in your head really quickly. Because remember, micros, every one micro has a 50-cent tick value. Real simple. 50-cent tick value for every one micro you trade. So you're like, I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna run one micro. And then you can do the math. Once you can pull your ruler out, right? Pull a ruler out, you can measure from there to there, right? Meaning you're measuring from your entry to your stop loss to get an idea of what that is, right? And as you can see, it's exactly, well, right there, 758 ticks, right? And then you can understand like, okay, I'm gonna go on one micro. I know it's gonna be like $300 and something. If it goes against me, I can live with that. My account can live with that. Because that's basically like 20% of your drawdown, which is cool. You still got 4 other opportunities. So just keep that in mind. There's many ways to figure that part out. But we have to get good at doing that so we know what we need to do. So I just wanted to say that to you just to help you out. Let's see. So that's my recommendations on that. Jeez. Okay, got you, Virginia. Small. Yep. Thank you, Discipline Royal. Haven't enjoyed life. One and done. I love it. Day one of sitting on my hands. Complete. I love it. I be dreaming about charts. For real. I haven't had a trading dream yet, but bam. But I do have what I told y'all when I be out seeing stuff. Nate Brawley said, hey, can you tell me the max loss limit on a 50K account? Not the daily, but the max loss limit we signed up before there was no limit. Oh, max loss limit. Serena would know that right off the top. I don't know about heart. If anyone knows what the max loss limit is before the no max loss limit accounts came in, could anyone put that in the comment section for Nate? If not, then we'll just go to it. I learned my lesson, had my stop loss a little lower than what you had put yours because I didn't want to risk losing too much, but it backfired, shaking my head. This is the reason why you want to scale down, Felix, on this one. On that one, you scale down, my guy. I don't know. Hopefully you're trading micros. You shouldn't be trading no more than minis. I mean, nothing more than micros. You shouldn't be trading no minis, no none of that. I would have said like, she said, what? No trade? Nah, I haven't had a trading dream. Nah, weird. Haven't had a trading dream. Everything else, but not a trading dream. But yes, Felix, couple of micros. Y'all saw me just do the math for y'all, right? So take the example of what I just did and just do the same thing. Because think about it, when a 15-minute banger is setting up, especially this particular strategy, we have to wait for the 5-minute candle and drawdown. So once this candle closes, then you can start doing all your math. You already know close is going to be wherever the close is of that candle, you know that's your entry. So at that point, boom. Thanks, Soy Sizzle. 2K. There it is. 2K. So think about it. Not too much room for, you don't have a lot of room for error, and you have no room for over leveraging. Perfect, Felix. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You trade 2 micros. That's cool. That's perfect. That's perfect. Kudos to that. Your leverage was on point. But remember, if you're going to trade a strategy, my guy, you got to trade the strategy the way the strategy is designed. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. You made up your own stop loss. Your stop loss was based on emotions. It wasn't based on structure. Think about that. Your stop loss has to be, you're welcome, Nate. And actually, thank you, Soy. And thank you, Serena. Serena even gave you 1,000 daily loss limit, 2K total max loss. But you did ask for the max loss. There you go. Shout out to our beautiful trade geniuses in the community that are always willing to help. I love it. But yeah, Felix, so just remember that, my guy. If you take someone's call out, follow the strategy the way it goes. And if you didn't want to lose that much, then just go to 1 micro. Don't worry about the money. Don't think about the bread. Worry about your process. That's what's most important. Absolutely. Cologne Jr. Absolutely. You got it, brother. Anytime. Do you have rules printed out for one of your strategies? I don't. I don't have anything printed out. I've been trading strategies so long, like I know them now. I used to. Yeah, I used to. I don't anymore. I think like when I first started, I had like a little paper right here next to my rules, but I got rid of that because I didn't need it anymore. I had the paper there I needed to memorize that. My strategy stuff. I needed to memorize that, but I don't have anything printed out, unfortunately. Yeah. Yep. So that's the thing. Okay, so you did the same thing, Regina. So yes. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all members. Come on now. Come on now. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta take the trade the way that the trade is designed. That's why the strategy is designed that way. And think about this. Let me give you a little secret about this trade. This FVG actually gave us, in this particular trade, this FVG being right here, just below our stop loss, actually gave us a little bit of protection. Yes, it did. Because if price goes in, then most of the time it's going to go in there, grab them orders, and then continue on the way that it's going to go. So with that stated, you have to, we got to keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Like, all of these things matter. You have to place your stop loss where it goes. If you're going to trade the strategy, you can't put it any lower. The strategy is designed that way for a particular reason. And remember, our stop losses are based on structure, not emotions. Just remember that. And if it's too big of a candle, then you have 2 choices. If you feel like, man, that's just such a huge stop loss, scale down, go to 1 micro, or sit on your hands. You don't have to take a trade because everyone else is trading. If it doesn't fit the scope of what you got going on, meaning your account size, maybe, hypothetically speaking, your account could have already been in drawdown. You know what I mean? And another hit could possibly blow it. I'm just saying there's all these different scenarios. I'm not saying that's your scenario. I'm just saying another possibility, right? Factoring those things in, another good reason is just to sit on your hands. Or like I said, or just going with 1 micro. But anytime that you take a strategy, your stop loss always goes where the strategy states for it to go. Never put it anywhere. If you're doing that, just stay out or leverage down. Just keep that in mind. This summer, I'll be hosting and teaching my younger sister and her friends, so hopefully we all keep each other. Yeah, absolutely. Word on the street is You use my call out as confluence, bro. Scalping myself had the same analysis. No, I did not, sis. I wish I would have. I wish I wish I would have, but but no, I took the 15-minute. Let me see. Let me check your. Oh yeah. Yes. Okay, we're not. I can't keep that from I can't keep that from you. But yeah, the word on the street, sis, is correct. The word on the street is correct. I see you keep your ear to the streets all the time. So B Cologne said you need to switch to minis. No, you mean micros? Minis are the big contract. Micros are the small ones. I know it's kind of confusing because people they read mini and they're like, oh, that's the small ones because it says mini. No, minis are the larger contracts. Micros are the small ones. So just remember, minis are NQ, micros are MNQ. Sis. There you go. That's what I thought you meant, Junior. That's what I thought you meant. Switch to micro. Yeah. I win a lot, but not worth it. Right. Absolutely. My account almost blown from last night. Wait, I blew too many accounts doing minis. I'm up to 5. Hey, it's all good. Blown accounts, I'm like almost 300. Literally almost 300. And that's in evals and funded accounts. Almost 300. Literally. No cap. Like 280, 290. It might be at 300. I know it's a little bit before it. If I'm off, it's definitely a little bit before it. Yep. So 5 ain't nothing. It's part of the game. And Q, with that, I'm not sure what size account you have. But I recommend if anyone is going to be trading the 5-0, I'm going to tell you right now, I do not recommend the hedge funder accounts. There's a consistency rule there. And a consistency rule for those is not how would I say, it's not conducive for this particular strategy. If you do trade it, then that means you'll be jumping out. You know what I mean? You have to set your TP, but then also to think about your stop loss. So I would recommend a larger account, 150K. I would recommend Take Profit or the Lucid Flex account. That's what I recommend. Those two accounts are A1. Why? They both have consistency rule in their evals, but there is no consistency in the funded. And that's a game changer for the 5-0 strat. Game changer. So keep that in mind. It was a learning experience, my first eval. No doubt. Of course. And you know what's so funny? Them first accounts that we purchased, those are all learning experiences. I know mine were. I was blowing 20 at a time. Yeah, 20 at a time. Remember, I was trading Apex at that time. And y'all know I max out, right? So it was 20 at a time. I blow 20, I'm buying 20 more. I was doing way too much. I was doing way too much. I made profit, got greedy. Okay. Yep, Take Profit and Lucid Flex. Lucid Flex, because there's three Lucid there are 3 account categories. Get the Lucid Flex. Lucid Flex. That's the best one. No daily loss limit. Max loss limit is like 4,500. No rules on scaling. You can scale in, scale out. No rules on that. Only really one rule. 50% consistency in the eval. No consistency rule in the funded. And then it's 5 days. And also, too, they have 50% off on Lucid right now, too. Just to throw it out there. Yeah. So you might want to go grab those accounts. I do still use Apex, sis. I got my 2025Ks. I don't, of course, with those, I run like my DS and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm still a part of the 2020 gang, for sure. I'm about 200 blown accounts as well. Yeah. It is what it is. I have no problem saying that. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I say it like it's a badge of honor. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I promise. I promise. I say that with a badge of honor. Like, seriously, like I got 300 accounts blown. I do say that with a badge of honor. Like, I feel good when I say that. And I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why I feel good when I say that, because I know my grind, right? Regardless of what I tell y'all, like, I know my grind. Like, I know what I've been through. I know the feeling. I know how it felt when I was blowing them accounts. I know how it felt when I was blowing the evals. And then I know how it felt when I got my first 20 PAs and I paid that, what I pay? I paid 2 bands in activation fees because my activation fee was $100 per account. And then I turned right back around and blew those, right? Yeah. The good thing is I always got my evals for cool prices. If I didn't get it for 90% off, and I also, Apex has 90% off too right now. So at 90% off, I was getting my accounts for like $16.70. So the price of 10 accounts was actually cost the price of 1 account full price. So, or I was getting them at 80% off. So, but now the evals, you know, that's a whole nother beast right there. So, but like I say that with a badge of honor because I know how that felt. Just dropping 2 bands on my evals, like, yeah, just dropping 2 bands on my past evals for my activation fee. Now I'm in my in Apex, they call them performance accounts. So I'm in my PA accounts, and a week later I blew them. Now I could have gotten down on myself and been like, damn, I just spent 2 bands and I didn't even think about it. Immediately when I blew those, I was like, dang, what went wrong? Kind of figured out, try to figure out what went wrong. And immediately, Apex, start buying my accounts again. Immediately. I did not wait. I truly did not wait. Every time I blew 20, I was buying 20 more the same day. That was just me. So I say that with a badge of honor in the regard of what it took to get to this point and what I've actually, you know what I'm saying, went through during that time. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say that with a badge of honor. And hey, we all gonna have a lot of blown accounts before you get to a place of just being really, really good at this financial skill, right? You have to. You know what I'm saying? Impress, where you at? Where you at? Impress, where you at? Impress, where you at? Where you at, Impress? Where you at? Now I changed my hat around just for you because you said, man, you move that hat like 100 different places. So I'm just letting you know, every time I move it around, I'm calling your name. But yeah, so going back to what I stated, going back to what I was saying is, you know, it's going to take a lot of blown accounts to get to where you want to be. Don't let the blown accounts get you thrown off and be like, man, I got all these blown accounts. If I had said that, if I had thought that, I would not be here. I would have totally sabotaged myself. Yep. So, drop link for the Apex accounts. It's at apex.com. I don't, let me see. Let me see. Yeah. I got you, Q. I got you. Yes, I can drop the link for the Apex accounts. My bad. Yes. Let me get there right now. Right now. 1 sec. Let me go in here and go to content and go into shorts and go into, where are we at? We're going to go into here. And where is it at? It is, bam. All right, so I'm gonna drop the affiliate link and my code. You can use either one. Whichever one you want to use. Boom. And there you are. The code is the FXJZRJEQ. And then, of course, the referral link is underneath. Both going to give you the same. Of course, the referral link takes you right to it. But the FXJZRJEQ. You can use that not only when you get your evals, but you can also use that when you're paying for your activation fees. Because if there's any sale going on, you'll get a discount off that as well. And sometimes, because normally the evaluation fee for Apex PAs, the evaluation fee is 100. Sometimes you can get it for 85. I've gotten it for 85 before. Absolutely. And I saved $300. So instead of paying 2 bands, I was paying 1,700. Savings is savings. She said, you in that hat. Yes. me and my hat, sis. Me and my hat. All right. What's the name of the strategy we traded today? 15-minute candle strat. 15-minute candle strat. 15-minute, like 15-minute strat. People call it a few things. 15-minute banger, 15-minute I call it strat on the 15-minute. That's what I call it. Not really a definitive one there. So, but 15-minute banger, a few different things that said. I have been calling it other things. That's just because that's just me. But I just call it my strategy on the 15-minute time frame. That's what I call it. DM on Discord soon with a very specific question, if you don't mind. Yeah, Bottovan, send him one. Send him one. But yeah, Courtney, did you take it? C. McGregor, did you take the strat? If you did, you ate. Because I think the most it was in drawdown was about 600, maybe $700 at the, no, that's not true. It was in drawdown a little bit more than that. It went in drawdown. No, that's not true. It went in drawdown, what was it, about 1,200, right? No, but actually about 2,200, I think it went in drawdown. But either way, we won. Oh, good, you did. That's what's up. So you ate. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. So shout out to everybody that ate off that. That's what's up. Man, I'm finna go Walgreens and load my 50K account for $30. That is funny. Yes, sir, Bottom. If I don't respond right away, I might be driving. Nah, yeah, he'll get back to you. One thing I can say, if y'all hit soy, he gonna get back to you. If he don't get back to you, it ain't cause he's lunching on you or sleeping on you. You know what I'm saying? He got stuff going on. Family man. You know what I mean? He got 3 boys, straight up, and a wife. Shout out to the fan bam. But yeah, just keep that in mind, y'all. And he has a lot of, he's basically the account executive for TEF. So, Chris, you was on 3 minis? Ooh-wee. He said on 3 minutes it was 8K in drawdown. Man, LOL. Oh, shoot. Dang. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Remember when it was called 15-minute strategy, not the orb? Yeah, for real. 15-minute strat, not ORB. Right. That's right. It's a way to keep his hands occupied when not trading. Exactly. Thank you, Serena. See? Serena know what's up. About to hop in a Tesla again and watch the stream. That's what's up, Chris. I love it. I'm gonna have to share that. I'm gonna have to put that up on a thing. Chris sent me a cool little picture, man. It was real dope. He's in his Tesla. Oh yeah, so it works 24/7. For real. Apex has I gotta go look. Is it EOD or Intraday? I know it used to be Intraday, but the rules changed. And I honestly, you know what? They have both. That's correct. They have both. I would do EOD. I would do end of day. End of day because I'm gonna tell you why, Q. Do end of day because that means that your P&L will be how would I say your P&L is decided at the end of the day. Intraday trail, it's during that particular trade. You don't want that. You want to be able to live to in the event a trade goes against you and you decide to take another trade because that's a possibility, right? It gives you an opportunity to possibly make up your losses and end that day green, and your P&L will be what it is at the end of the day. So But yeah, so EOD always if you can. But yeah, so it works 24/7. And like I said, he's basically the account executive of TEFs. And here we have a lot of questions to answer. You know what I'm saying? Like if you've been in the TEF Discord, there'll be a lot of stuff going on in there. But going back to what I was talking about Chris, he sent me a it was dope. He sent me a picture, and he's in his Tesla. He got on autopilot on, right? He chilling, sitting back, he riding. And the good thing is too, through his windshield, it's a nice image, a really, really nice image from his windshield, his dash, and then on his I know he got it connected magnetically. He has his phone, and then he has me up on stream. He's listening to the stream while he's driving. Super, super dope. Super dope picture. I'll actually share with the community one day this week. All right. So don't forget, if you made money today, log out of your accounts. You should be one and done. You made bread, don't give it back to the market. Other than that, if y'all don't have any more questions for me, we're going to jump off, and I'll definitely be seeing all my members, all the members of the Genius Joint, of the Genius Vault, be seeing y'all around 2:55 p.m. Pacific time, 5:55 p.m. Eastern time for our members only live stream tonight. So if y'all ain't got nothing for me, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all as always. Every day we're gonna keep cracking. I don't care where you are on your trading journey. Don't be discouraged. Don't let nothing discourage you. Don't let nothing steal your shine. If your trading is not, of course, where you want it to be, it just means one thing. It just means, he goes, I'm not driving, man. The Tesla was. Oh, that's too funny. That is too funny. If you're not where you want to be in your trading journey, just understand that you just have more work to do, and that's okay. It ain't no problem. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. We rocking this out. Ain't nobody going nowhere. We in here every day. And now we're gonna be doing our little evening thing as well. The evening thing I know is strictly on the 50 on that strat, but for the most part, we're in here every day. And let's just keep working. If you want, this is another thing I would recommend too. If you're in the inner circle, man, holler at some of the coaches. Get a one-on-one with them. Straight up, get a one-on-one with them. Learn their strategies, particularly Scalp God, particularly Lazy, particularly Euphoria, particularly Canary. If you want to get into your crypto, literally, I'm saying them before me because they have more knowledge than I have, and I know they can give you a lot more value than I can. You know what I'm saying? Especially about those strategies, because I trade Scalp God style, but regardless of how much I traded, how much I've learned it, it's his style. No one knows it. No one knows his style better than him, right? So if you got to do that, like invest into yourself. It's not about the money. Remember, this is an investment. There's one time where you're spending money to make money. In business, you can't make money if you don't spend money. And in business, you have to spend money to make money. Just keep that in mind. That's that building rent that you're getting for your business. That's them products. You know what I'm saying? That's them lights. That's that insurance. You know what I'm saying? That's that cash register, whatever you're using, your POS, your bags, your labels, like whatever it is you're doing. If you're providing a service, whatever that is, you got to spend money to make money. Invest into yourself. Yeah, 90% off. Absolutely. What time is that? Central? No. That was Pacific and Eastern. Straight up. Good looking, Tony Mac. Appreciate that. So we're gonna leave it right there. So just keep that in mind. Like, don't just promise me. Just don't get discouraged. That's it. Don't let nothing discourage you. I don't care what it is. I don't care how bad you may think it seems. Just use me as an example. Shit, well, Trent got dang near 200-300 accounts. He spent all kind of bread before he got to where he is. And if nonetheless, I'll give you one more thing and we're going to get out of here. Because I talked about this before. Remember the CEO from Instacart. I talked about this story. He had 19 failed startups. Instacart was his hit. He's a billionaire. He's worth like $8.5 billion. 19 failed startups. I don't think I have to say anything else. We're going to leave it right there. Once again, y'all have a great remainder of y'all day. I'll catch some of y'all a little bit later. Shout out to the Edge Founder co-founders, my brothers, Juvier, Scalp God. Oh, you're asking what time is Central Time? My bad, Q. Right, Central Time right now would be 10:22. So you're on Central. Oh, for you for Central Time. Central Time it would be 4:55. 4:55. 4:55. Yeah, meaning for tonight's strategy. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, have a blessed remainder of y'all day. I'll catch my Genius Vault members a little bit later on. Pretty good day today. Not necessarily just about the profits. It's about being in here and understanding and getting some knowledge and continuously keep pushing our trading game forward. So, as I stated, have a blessed remainder of y'all day. We're going to get up out of here, and I'll definitely catch some of y'all tomorrow morning. The rest of y'all, I catch y'all this evening for our members only overnight Asia session trade. All right, that's what's up. Have a blessed remainder of the day, y'all. Peace and love. Yay.